Financial woes. Money, money, money. One of the biggest problems in the new republic was the lack of money. When Sam Houston began his presidency, Texas was in debt over $1 million. Houston held the government expenses to a minimum and tried to raise revenue only for items that were absolutely needed, necessary. Revenue, annual or current income of the government. Financial woes. In 1837, the Texas Congress authorized Houston to issue about 600,000 in promissory notes. What is a promissory note? Written promise to pay a sum of money at a future time. These notes made a promise that the government would pay the specified amount to the holder of the note at a future date. This was called star money because these star notes had a star on the front. So again, you give me money now and I pay you back later. When the Texas financial situation did not improve, some feared that the promise of future payment might not be kept. As a result, people started refusing to accept the promissory notes. IOU, right? That means I owe you later. There's also trouble in the army. Thousands of citizens arrived in Texas too late to fight in the revolution. Felix Hudson raised an army of 500 to 700 volunteers to fight in the Texas Revolution. The war was over when Hudson's army arrived. Therefore, these eagerness to fight made them try to renew the war with Mexico. Houston sent Hudson soldiers home. This helped financially because now Hudson did not have to pay these soldiers. Houston's native Texan policy. Texas not only had conflicts with the Mexico, but also the native Texans. Remember, the native Texans were promised by Houston the title to their land they occupied in East Texas. The Texas Congress refused to uphold this treaty promise Houston had agreed upon. So that's going to make the natives of the Comanches upset. Houston's native Texan policy. Many Texans wanted the native Texans out because the land they occupied was the richest farmland in Texas. Houston, unlike most Texans, was sympathetic to the native Texans. Texas Rangers had to be called in to patrol the frontier. Attacks on both sides continued. So Texas Rangers were, a force that were like officers, and Houston liked using these because it was cheaper than having an army. And the Texas Rangers would uphold the law and mainly protect against native attacks.